Hey, it's Cody here. I'm going to be basically doing another one of these videos for YouTube, which last week I put one out. I labeled it, it was what is happening, or what in the world is going on, and kind of gave it, a little contest to see what you guys could come up with. See if you could come up with kind of a catchy name or something for this video series that I plan on doing on YouTube. This is this week's. I think I picked one from the comments that I kind of liked. It was simple, kind of similar to something that I had. Stephen Crawl suggested it, which congratulations, Stephen. I'll be getting in touch with you. I'll shoot you a little whisper over on Twitch since I know you from over there. He suggested just what's new. Pretty easy, simple title. I think it hits the point where, in this video, just plan on touching on like little new stuff that pops up throughout the week in World of Tanks. Also, little clips from my stream here. You never know what's going to pop up. Levi's actually paying attention, and he decided to sit in his bed for once. He's a little bit pooped. You might be wondering why I'm a tomato. I just got done, finished the live stream. It was a fun night. In any event, though, what's new with World of Tanks? Today's June 25th, and since then, they have announced some things. Last week we went over a little bit of stuff, but getting into things. First thing, as far as what they announced, the next global map kind of campaign event, Fire Trail. All these links you'll find, I'll put in the video description. You can pop over to read a status report .live and kind of check them out. But next global event, global campaign is coming up for Clan Wars. Those that probably do Clan Wars already know about it, but I'm sure you'll be seeing people stream it since usually that's kind of a thing. Anyway, bigger news. The Frontline Tier 9 heavy tank got announced. The AE Phase 1 Tier 9 American Heavy, and honestly, pretty excited for this. It looks cool. There's some screenshots that you can probably find. This is just the initial article, kind of released on the 22nd, talking about it, and then also the subsequent on the 24th, it getting buffed as well. But most part, this tank seems pretty interesting. Before I hop into, the rest of the news, which is, the Tier 9 ranked reward tank, let's see how this AE Phase 1 kind of breaks down real fast. As far as comparisons go, like this little window, you'll notice the rate of fire. Generally speaking, it doesn't show the DPM, and what they changed as far as the DPM and the stats as far as buffing it, the DPM went up with 100% crew to 2,275. Aiming time went down to 2.4 instead of what you see here, and they adjusted the on-the-move accuracy a bit. But in any event, kind of comparing it to like the M103, ST1, E75, like generally speaking, this tank HP wise has a little bit less HP than most heavy tanks. If you kind of look at there, armor wise, the values are a little misleading. It seems like it has pretty darn good armor with really heavy slope on the upper glacis. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression, which is awesome. The AE Phase 1, where against the M103 with only -8, this thing's going to be able to hold down. Virtually, you can't penetrate the turret front, it looks like, except for a very small cupola, which, like some other tanks with 10 degrees of gun depression, can't actually really hit it if it's fully its gun is fully depressed. When it comes down to what the weaknesses of the AE Phase 1 could be, you'd think maybe this thing, because it has 4 tracks, 2 on each side, maybe it's a little bit like not really mobile. You'd kind of be wrong there. I thought it would be a little bit less mobile, but it looks like the power to weight ratio and barely the top speed by 1 km/h is better than the M103. So this thing's going to be pretty nimble. View range, 390, that's in line with, pretty much average for Tier 9 heavy. And talking about the DPM, initially the DPM was kind of the issue. To where, as you can see, the dispersion 0.38 is a little bit low, a lot less accurate than, say, the M103. The aiming time got buffed from 2.7 down to 2.4, so a little bit longer. M103 still, but they buffed the DPM basically up to M103 levels, so this tank's going to be pretty good. Basically, it looks like it has more gun depression, armor, and mobility at the cost of accuracy compared to an M103. So all around, pretty good tank for the Tier 9 Frontline reward. Now, when it comes down to more news kind of getting released here, let me pull that down. You have the tier 9 ranked reward. I don't know how exactly to say this. The comp Panzer 50T, terrible. Sue me, but please don't. I'm not rich. More or less though, this is going to be the tier 9 ranked reward, which a lot of people are probably like, holy crap, like it's not finished the model wise A, and also holy crap, like NA server or an Asian server, we don't have ranked. Why do we care? At least the official news currently publicly is NA servers still getting the ranked rewards. Further news will be released once they have 100% kind of figured out the event specifics, and that should hopefully be coming somewhat, you know, soonish. They can't really tell us what it will be, but it's still planned that we will get a chance to earn this tank, and also a lot of the other rewards coming with the ranked battles that EU and also the RU server has access to. So this is a tier 9 German medium tank, and unlike, you know, a lot of the German medium tanks, this thing actually, it's kind of more like a heavy tank. It's like, let's get into kind of the stats here of it, like we did with the AE phase 1 really fast. And let's clear out the heavies here. When it comes to this tank, it did get nerfed. What I kind of glanced over there is they did nerf the gun on this a bit. Let me just, so as far as like compared to what you see in this little super test image here, the DPM went down to 2,107. You know, changing the rate of fire, blah blah blah, and also nerfing the on the move accuracy. So DPM did go down, which, as you can see, the DPM compared to the other tier 9 mediums here, which again, much like the tier 9 heavies, just basic 100% stats, nothing on it. The DPM is pretty terrible. It's basically got, you know, terrible DPM. I guess said terrible twice. I'm terrible at speaking. Here I did it again. In any event though, this tank has decent gun depression. If you look at its armor, it's got a lot of hull armor with a really good slope and really good turret armor. You're not really going to be able to pen this thing too well if it's hull down. It also has a crap ton of penetration, 268, which is pretty darn good. If you look at the other tier 9 mediums, it's closer to like the Leopard Prototype A, which is a high pen long range tank, compared to like say the E50 with that paltry 220 meters. 20 millimeters, excuse me. It's late here. In any event though, basically this looks like a hull down kind of heavily armored medium tank. As far as mobility goes, you can see that 18 power to weight ratio. It's not the best, it's not the worst either. That poor E50 here, which I keep like, is this E50 like stock or something? It can't be. I'm like, what's going on here? Is the E50 that slow? In any event though, this tank looks interesting. Still waiting on news to see what and how the NA server and Asian server are going to be able to get it, but you know, this is the tier 9 ranked reward tank. Last little bit, you know, not too much came out this week, honestly. This is something that you're going to be seeing popping up on the 4th of July of all days. Like this is over on Reddit. I'll post or pop a link in the video description for this as well. Over on Reddit, there's going to be another developer Q&A. They basically June 24th, the questions have ended, so you can't submit them anymore. However, there will be a live AMA as well, as you can see on July 4th here. No time yet, but basically on the World of Tanks subreddit, you know, once you wad through all the stupid memes and stuff and actually get to some real content, the actual, you know, RU developers, they've done this before. You can ask them literally anything, just make sure it's on topic, hasn't been asked before, and it's not like something stupid like remove already from the game, because they're not going to do that. Honestly, this is your chance to kind of pitch an idea or ask a really important question that you've bottled up on the inside and you think Wargaming literally doesn't care. They'll all be sitting together, reading your questions and answering, you know, pretty good answers, but you know, in a very quick and kind of like informal thing, where AMAs are pretty nice for doing that. But I highly recommend at the very least popping over and reading this. July 4th, kind of pop over and take part in AMA. You can also kind of look at old Q&As that they have done. Really recommend, you know, the live AMA that they did before. In any event, that's the last little bit as far as like news, you know, coming out this week. A lot less, you know, than last week. Last little bit I have, kind of the top clips of the week from my stream here, and also one surprise clip at the very end of the video here. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Kind of trying to keep it a little shorter here. I don't want to go too far over, like 12, 13 minutes most weeks. But thanks for watching, and you know, hopefully you like the name WoT's New. Thank you very much, Steven, for that. I'll shoot you over some gold you know, once I get in touch with you. But you know, thanks again for watching. Enjoy the clips, guys. Nah, it's gonna be a draw here. I'm gonna take a shot at his last known position if I don't have him. He got me. Oh, did we kill him? We won. Oh my god. Well, I was so defeated there, and we got him at the last freaking second. That was well played there. You can totally get me. You're dead. I'm trying not to drown here, but can I get him? Aha, I got him. Not that it's gonna help my team, but that 110 is screwed. I don't think he can get back up there. I knew, though, if I could slowly back down, I wouldn't drown. Rebalance shells with AP, Heat, APCR, HE, and Hesh all having their own different traits, and it being basically a functional system without one being inherently more credits than the other, is because, you know, you shoot Heat here, and hey, it gets soaked up. You shoot AP, I'd be dead. That's pretty much all the evidence you need to kind of go about changing shells. In any event, though, good standard AP. Standard AP T69. I'm hacking, guys. This guy, oh no, he can actually shoot down into my hole. He's probably pissed. This guy's so pissed off. Oh my god. I should not have survived that. I just couldn't get shot in the sides. Oh lord. I shouldn't be seen by this T28 HTC. Awesome. He definitely can see me. If I had to guess, I might get artied. Oh my god. Russian bias, community contributor bias, I don't know. It's working. Not that that was as crazy as my YOLO. Yay. I haven't gotten spotted, which, oh, yeah. Why don't you move behind me? Hate people that do that. That guy, honestly, I don't know if he did that on purpose, but you're a dick. It's as close as you're gonna see me try to probably curse out somebody. Like, yeah. I just literally died because of that dude. But, yeah.
Is the Panhard EBR going to be on sale again soon? I need it for my collection. I don't believe...
What are you guys doing? Oh my god! What the heck?
I got stuck behind two FVs who decided that they absolutely needed to park exactly where they were parked.
No unreleased premiums for Cody Menz for 2 months.
Hopefully you guys are cracking up as much as I am rewatching that the last clip with me and Davo. I'm sorry for that, Davo. I just had to. That was like the perfect moment. I couldn't pass that up. He was a good sport about it. Sorry for doing that, Davo. Hopefully you got a laugh out of that too, rewatching that. For anyone who doesn't know, we're Gaming NA, but you can catch them Tuesday and Thursdays. They typically stream around 5 p.m. To 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's World of Tanks NA. And if you have any questions, you can ask them it, whether they can answer or not, depending if it's like development questions. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Usually they answer most questions. If it NA server specific, they definitely can, you know, answer them for you. But usually it's a pretty good time and it's a fun stream. You can also catch them on Facebook and YouTube. But sorry again, Damo. That was literally the most fun I've had on World of Tanks in quite some time. But thanks again, guys. I'm going a little bit overboard here when it comes to time. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.